Good morning, everybody. So today's a bit of an exciting day. We finally got, I don't know if there's news. Hello? I don't know if there's news today. Okay, there's not. There's no news thing. I don't know why. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Today we got the updated Friesian, not Jorvik Friesian, just like a normal Friesian. And we also got the Trailblazer track. It's really hard for me to say that for some reason. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do a Friesian video and then a Trailblazer video. I really want to check out the Friesians. I've been so excited. So I have seen the spoilers and I have a mixed opinion. I think they look really good as in the model, and I think they're really close to what the breed looks like in real life. I'm very pleased with the coats too. I've always been a huge complainer about coats not being breed accurate when they're first released, but if you take a look-see-loo over here, they're pretty freaking breed accurate. I gotta admit before we start, I am not a Friesian expert. I never really was into them. I know Friesians are kind of viewed as like some kind of like horse god in Star Stable. People love the Friesians. I was never big on them, so I'm not an expert. I just know that they were used as draft horses at first, and they were, you know, very nice workhorses, especially in the medieval times and blah blah blah, jousting, all that. They use them a lot in House of the Dragon when they joust and stuff. And they're very beautiful horses, and they've been transformed into dressage horses. I've seen them in Western Pleasure. There was a time during my IEA days I saw one in the Hunter Ring, so that was an experience. All right, this is like the black coat with the blue undertone, which is the most true one. Then there's the sun-bleached black Friesian. Kind of looks like my dog. My dog's a black lab and she gets really sun-bleached because we live in Florida. I think this is the one I'm gonna get because I'm not a fan of the blue undertone, which is crazy. You'd think I'd want that one because my hair in real life kind of has like this blue undertone from my hair dye. But this is like the black with the red orange undertone, which I think was a good idea to have both, truthfully. Then there's this liver chestnut, and I think I may get this one. I'm not sure yet because I also really like the normal chestnut. I really like this horse a lot. So honestly, I may get that one and that one, but also there's this black one with these very unique white markings on it. And I also really like this one. Just because it's different, you know? It has a personality. He's unique. And then there's a black one that just has a star on it. Now, I'm really interested in the manes. I haven't really looked at them. So there's this nice, long, glorious mane. The same one with a little braid. This one, I really like this one. If I get this one, she's gonna have that braid. Multiple braids. She's bald. I like this too. Little mohawk here we got going. Plaited mane, pulled mane, braids with the forelock plaited. And then this. I don't know what this is called, but it's cute. I just wouldn't get it. I think it's like too over the top for what I like. So, okay, no, I kind of lied. This like blue undertone one kind of grew on me, and I really want like a black dark one. So I think I'm just gonna get this one. I think I'm just gonna get this long, flowy, voluptuous mane. So this is the special move. I won't get to that this video because I actually have to train the horse to view it. There's this extended trot, and I really like this extended trot. It's very natural looking, very elegant, very nice. It's much better than, well, I guess that's kind of comparing apples to oranges. It's better than the Dutch Warmblood's extended trot, but that's a whole other can of worms. But this one just seems very natural, they say that dressage is supposed to be like yoga or Pilates for horses. It's supposed to be very subtle and work them very nicely and work their muscles, and it does look like that. This was the one thing that really I didn't like. I feel like it's too sped up. It's very choppy. I feel like it's missing frames. I feel like it could have been more buttery, more smooth. It feels like it's, you know, sometimes in this game where you get that bug where things are sped up, it just kind of feels like that. I hate to say it, but I prefer the Jorvik Friesian's Pirouette. That's just my opinion. I think this one looks wonky, and whatever the mane is doing, it looks a little freakish to me. So feel free to disagree. I just don't like it. That's a preference of mine. I just think it looks unfinished. Okay, here we go. Oh, how sweet. Okay, all right. I'm trying not to spoil myself here. I just want to get out of this like crowded area so I don't feel so claustrophobic. I feel like this is a good time for me to reiterate the point I make in every horse buying video I make. is that I look at these horses from not only like the breed standpoint, but also how they function in game standpoint. I am a game design student. I work in coding daily, currently an intern, so I kind of know what to look for, you know, with that background, like if it's missing frames, whatever. That is my 2 cents on that. Like I said, I am not an expert on Friesians. I don't really know what is breed accurate and what isn't. There are times where I have been a mega expert on the breeds I review, but these ones not as much. Somehow, some way, I was never really into them, you know? So my main concern in the spoilers and in the official trailer is that they looked really choppy. They didn't look smooth, and they looked like they were missing frames. They didn't look fluent, they didn't look buttery, you know? So I'm gonna tell you the main complaints I have seen so far. One of the main things, and I can understand this, is when in certain gates, they look like they have toothpick legs. Like their legs are too small for their body. Honestly, that's like every horse ever on the planet. They have very, very skinny legs, but I have to look and see. I haven't really paid attention to, but I have that in the forefront of my mind that toothpick legs could be a possibility. And then another thing is, somebody brought this up to me in DMs. They asked my opinion on the hind end engagement in certain gates. And I say this in every video. Star stables, horses, they have a huge issue with hind end engagement. Like sometimes if you split the horse down the middle, it looks like two different horses running at once because, you know, horses are very hard to animate. I understand that. I'm hoping it's gotten better because that's been one of my main complaints since the dawn of time. But this is the walk, and I think this has been a very nice, very flamboyant walk. If somebody's riding a Friesian in game, I want to know and recognize that they are riding a Friesian. And when I think Friesian, as much as I know about them, little to none, I mean, I know a medium-sized amount, I'm just not an expert. I would expect them to walk very large and big, and they would make a statement, and this walk is very statement-y, you know? So trot. Okay, I don't hate this at all. I actually kind of like it. My only complaint, nitpicking, this leg right here that I'm looking at on my side closest to me, this front leg, it's very snappy when it goes up. You wouldn't notice it, honestly, unless you were looking for it, but that's just, I'm gonna tear this horse apart, you know? That's just my job here. That's the only thing. It's just a snappy leg there. This back one, too, it's kind of snappy. But to me, to my non-Friesian expert eye, I think this looks pretty good. It's very in motion. The horse looks decently engaged. It's better than most, I want to say. It's just a little snappy, and when I look at it from this side, because I don't have the mane in my face, the mane on this side kind of takes the focus away from how snappy the legs are. If you look at it on this side, it looks a little more snappy, but it's fine. I honestly, you probably wouldn't have noticed it unless I pointed it out. I really like these folds on the texture here. I really do. I think it's nice. I like the shine. Okay, canter. There's a specific part in this gate that just gives me kind of like uncanny valley. Yeah, that. I don't know. It's like a little noodle leg. You know? Noodle leg right here. I saw a comment on the CC Creations video where somebody said they wish there was more movement in the hooves in the fetlock area. And I fully understand what you mean by that now, because it kind of just looks like spider legs. This is where I'm starting to understand the complaint that their legs look too skinny in certain gates. When I'm in this gate, it's doing that thing I said where it looks like pieces of 4 different horses put together. It's not bad though. It doesn't look terrible. I like it. I wouldn't really mind it if I wasn't looking for it. It's just, again, where, like, look how nice and round the horse is here, and then it just loses all of that round voluptuousness that it has, which the horses don't just, you know, lose their roundness like that in real life. I don't know. When you look at it, I love how thick this neck is and how arched it is. I like how that looks. I think that's very pretty. But when you go into this canter, it just looks like, I feel like there should be more movement in the neck. But again, that could just be how Friesians move. When you look at it from this side, it looks way better. Like you wouldn't even notice it. But if you look at it at the side with no mane, it looks a little wonky. But from this side, it looks really good, you know? Drop here, fullness is kind of gone, but I digress. Let's do the extended canter. If I didn't know I hit W, I wouldn't have really noticed a change because of how smooth that transition was. So kudos to them. Look how smooth that is. I don't mind this extended canter. I really don't. It's it's buttery. It's fluent. There's not a lot of snapping. I don't see a lot of snapping. It's very, very nice. This seems like a very like well polished gate. As for the movement and stuff, I really could not tell you. I think it looks fine. It kind of reminds me of the Jorvik Friesian's like extended canter, but you know, not horrible. This is very, very pretty. It'd probably look prettier with tack on, but I don't want to dress the horse up just yet. Yeah, this one's pretty smooth too. It's very smooth, polished gait. There's a lot of action in it. The last few horses have really looked like they are running uphill. This reminds me of the Gen 2 quarter horse, paint horse model, how they gallop. Very much like a blast from the past kind of thing here. It's not terrible. I like it. I think it's very, very pretty. There's just a lot of movement, and from the back, I don't like how wobbly it is. That it's gonna drive me nuts, but that's just me. I know horses aren't stoic and stuff, and they aren't just gonna be still when you're riding them, especially from the back. It's just the Selle Francais does the same thing. They're just very, very wobbly. No, I don't mind it. And the mane is very, very pretty. There's no mane blowing in non-existent wind anymore, which is nice. There's no ridiculous dog-like idles anymore, which is also fantastic. So let me just check the jumps. So jump at the trot. Look how cute. Okay. That's so cute. Star Stable does this thing where the horses just drop out of their jump, but that was just at the trot, so let's see. That's actually very nice, truthfully. I really do like that. Okay. Now extended canter jump. Okay, no, it's not dropping as bad as a lot of the others do, which I don't know how that's possible. I can't tell. It's not, yeah, it's not really, it does a little bit, but it doesn't like drop like a stone. This isn't even just like a Friesian problem. There's really no like back action in the jumps, or even just in general. They kind of just like float up and then float down. Hey, look how easily I can jump because it's Jorvik and we're all magical horses, you know? Same backup as like 10 other breeds. It's nice, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a backup animation, I mean, whatever. There's only so many ways a horse can back up. All in all, I really don't think it's bad at all. I actually do quite like it. Again, this is coming from somebody who does not have a lot of experience with Friesians. Like I said, I've never ridden a Friesian. I've never really been around one. The only time I was ever around one was at an IEA show, and somebody on my team did an over fences round on somebody else's Friesian. He wasn't the prettiest jumper, but they did get third. It was something to witness, honestly, because at that point in time, I didn't know they could jump. I mean, granted, it wasn't high. They did pretty good. They did pretty good. Just from a standpoint of somebody who plays video games and knows what to look for, I think it's pretty well done. Again, I'm not too sure on breed accuracy, but looking at it from an animation standpoint, it really isn't all too bad at all. I actually do quite like it. I think it's great. I'd ride it. I don't hate it at all, and I do really like it. I'm gonna go buy the chestnut one right now because I like that one more than this one. Feel free to let me know your opinion in the comments on this breed. Just remember to be respectful. Please give me some fun facts about Friesians. Like I said, I don't know much about them other than their origin and what they're used for now. I just know that they were used for farm work and stuff like that, so they have a pretty drafty build and all that good stuff, because they're a very interesting breed. They were just never my cup of tea. Oh no, I like this one so much more. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This coat was getting a lot of backlash from what I saw, because apparently I kind of agree. It looks a little more palomino than it does chestnut. I really, really like this. I think I like this more than just the plain black one. Some clothes and tag did come out with this horse, and I want to take a look at those before I get out of your ear. There's new Baroque stuff. I am interested in these face accessories though. There's like a veil for your face, and then this really pretty mask to put over it. And then I do like this color of shirt we got here. She looks gorgeous. I love it. That pose though, not so much, but I love this horse. Okay, so all in all, I do think it's worth the buy. Again, like I said, I'm no expert on Friesian, so I can't tell you if it's 100% accurate. But from a standpoint of somebody who plays horse games and just likes horses and used to ride, I think they're pretty well done. I think the animations are great. There's a little, of course, with every horse, there's a few things here and there that are a little weird, a little wonky, a little uncanny valley. It's a video game, gotta remember that. But your criticisms do go a long way, as long as they are respectful, I want to say. But I do think this was a very well done horse, whether it's breed accurate or not. From just a riding standpoint, somebody who would just get on and play the game, doesn't know much about Friesians, I'm sure they would like it. And I really like that. That was cute. I don't think I'll put this horse away anytime soon because it's really stinking cute. It's really freaking pretty, you know? I'm pretty satisfied. I'm happy. I think it was worth the buy. They'll probably grow on me more as time goes on and I actually spend time with this cluster of pixels in game. I do like it. Again, I would love to know more about this breed in the comments. You can always tell me whether I got something right or something wrong, if I'm being completely delusional. I don't mind as long as we are respectful and we can have a very calm conversation and you are willing to educate without being mean, okay? Okay. So I will see you guys this Friday with an RRP. Yes, I know I kind of been leaving you high and dry, but there is an RRP coming out this week, either Friday or Saturday. And I will be streaming sometime this week, training my new horsey here. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have a group training session and that should be that. Okay. I will see you guys later this week. Have a good update day. Bye.